Hello, everyone. Welcome to A Moment with my Rita. Today, I just wanted to talk about my thoughts on Married to Medicine, this last episode. Now, if you're not familiar with Married to Medicine, you might as well just click off and go somewhere else. However, if you are an avid viewer, I have not been since a day one reviewer of every single episode. So no, I'm not that. All right, so I just wanted to take a moment with my Rita. This is one of my segments to talk about Toya. Now, let me start out by saying I don't dislike any of the cast members. I like pretty much all of them and what they bring to the show. However, I find it real cringy on how Toya talks to Eugene. Does anybody else get cringy when she starts to act like she's his mother? I'm just saying. Sometimes, sometimes I get when we have to kind of dominate our better half. I'll just say. But it shouldn't be in front of an audience, I think. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what she had her issues with. First of all, let me just run down what happened or recap what happened. So, of course, Toya and Eugene has moved into this beautiful home. I mean, it is gorgeous. And according to Dr. Heavenly, and don't get me wrong, Dr. Heavenly is my fave. I know people have a hard time dealing with her because she's so blunt and sometimes can come across as very rude. But I love Dr. Heavenly. I love her because she don't bite her tongue, and you always know where you stand with her. I like those type of people. She's rude if you're not a strong personality. Yes, she's rude. She can be rude as hell. She hurts your feelings. But backtrack. Toya has moved into this beautiful home. Now, I know she's moved like almost every year since she's been on here. And I think this might have been the 8th time she's moved. I think they went and actually went through all of the houses that she's been in. But I have to say, she has struck gold with this one, and hopefully she stays here. I think they're actually buying this home. Plus, I think Toya's now, since it's like their 11th or 12th season, she should be making enough money so she could buy this home on her own and ain't got to work her husband to the bone like she looks like she is. Anyway, that's another conversation for another day. I will touch upon it, but that's not what I want to get at. Okay, so she threw this party. I guess it was like, I forgot what it was called a get out of work day party or ditching work party or whatever. Anyway, she invited everybody, all the castmates, and I guess it was some other people sprinkled in there. And prior to the party, they have like this group chat, I guess, of all of the castmates of the women or whatever. And Toya happened to put in the chat, like, who's fake? Is it Balenciaga? I can't. Let me see. Balenciaga? I can't pronounce the designer. Balenciaga. That's what I was trying to figure out. She said, who is this fake Balenciaga? And they showed a picture of it. Who's this fake Balenciaga bag? So, of course, Heavenly piped up and said it was hers, but her house was paid for. She always got to throw shade in there. So they go back and forth. And then I think even Heavenly even goes in even further and says, it talks about her husband's manhood, talking about it's little and all that kind of stuff. But they got that from Toya because Toya has talked about her husband's manhood. So again, disrespectful, right? So she has this party, and it's decorated very, very nicely. Evidently, you know, Toya knows how to throw a party, and she has very good themes. And I don't know who she has helping. I don't know who she has helping her, but evidently they come across really, really nice, which probably should be her. Um, I feel like that probably should be her business, actually throwing parties and coming up with themes and everything. She could be a party planner or an event planner or whatever. Anywho, um, so the night kind of spins into this. She wants to play games type thing, and she wants the men to be, I guess, on one side and the women to be on the other. So she's kind of like lining the women up. They're behind her, and she's addressing the men. They're all sitting in front of her. Her husband being in the middle, and he is being trying to be funny and saying he's writing doctor's notes saying that they got a doctor's note so they don't have to play the games. Well, it was cute, but not cute because you want to play the games. You want to be festive. You want to, people to engage and be a part of the whatever's going on in the party. And instead of pulling Eugene aside and saying, "Can I speak to you for a moment? I'm gonna need you to do this." This is what the conversation should have been prior to her saying, "Okay, we're getting ready to play a game." Because I think, I don't know, maybe I don't know, maybe they didn't have this conversation or what have you, but Eugene could have made his joke. But at the same token, he was like, "All right, honey, I remember you said you wanted to play this game," and he could have played that off, right? It didn't have to grow into what it did. Anyway, because Eugene wasn't cooperating and he wasn't, and I guess I don't know, at the same token, he's not a child. However, she was talking to him like a child. And it seemed like she was chastising him in front of the company. It was like a conversation that should have been had upstairs or in another room or off to the side. However, I feel like she humiliated her husband in front of their company. And you had a little bit of commentary behind her, which is what she got mad at because she didn't feel like Heavenly, Dr. Mimi, or Dr. Heavenly. I don't want to disrespect Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly or Dr. Mimi on her side or had her back because they were like, "Oh no, like why you talk to your husband like that?" Because it came across and it might have been editing, I don't know, but I don't think so. It came across like she was really being very degrading or humiliating towards Eugene. Now I understand she calls the shots in their marriage. We get that. But you don't have to put it on display. Or you don't have to humiliate this man in front of his colleagues, his professional colleagues, because they're all kind of doctors in some sort of way, but in front of the other husbands, the ones that are, because I don't think Cecil's what is Cecil? I don't even know what he is. Anyway, he's a realtor, right? He sells homes, I think. I don't know what Cecil does. However, the way she went at Eugene was horrible. I didn't like it. I thought it was humiliating. I thought it was embarrassing for him as well as embarrassing for her. And she went off because he wouldn't do what she asked him to do at that particular time. And I think Heavenly was in the back saying, "Oh no, don't do that," or saying a little commentary or whatever. Anyway, she got upset because she could hear them talking about her, but at the time, I think after she forgot herself, evidently, and had to continue on being on this tyrant as if she was right, and she was wrong. She was so wrong as to that. Oh my God, it was so wrong. Anyway, so she goes in, she has a conversation with some of the girls, and she was supposed to come out and make an apology or kind of make amends or whatever. But when she came back out, she doubled down on how she felt about the situation. Even Quad was like, "Wait a minute, we had a conversation. What are you doing? You said you was going to come out here and say blah 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 blah," and she didn't do that. She doubled down. She went back at Eugene. She cussed out the people that were at her party, called them a bunch of bees, hater bees or hating bees or something. And evidently she kept looking at Heavenly, and Heavenly said, "What she keep looking at me for? I ain't said nothing." Right? So in actuality, she went off on everybody, and everybody was like, "Well, I guess the night is over." And everybody took that cue as if we need to get out. And that's what they did. So Heavenly grabbed her man, daddy, or whoever, Damon. I was like, "Come on." And she said, and of course she had left her bag there. So you got to remember the text from the beginning. She was like, "Anybody got my fake bag? I need it." And in her comment, and in her confessional, she basically said it's not really a fake bag, but even if it was, it don't matter because all of them are made in China. She has a point, and they're all made at the same thing in China. So there's that. Anyway, so she's like, oh, "Okay." So she took that as her sign that she was getting put out. She's like, "Beautiful house, beautiful house. All right, bye, bye." But I don't know how you can actually stay mad at Heavenly. I really don't. I love Heavenly. But Toya, on the other hand, well, I don't dislike Toya. I understand she's spoiled. I understand she lives this soft life that Eugene has made sure that he's had for her. He's working himself like a dog. And I don't even want to say like a dog because I love dogs. But he's working himself to the bone. And he works 5 hours away from where they live. And wherever he is, I guess, working out of, whatever hospital, um, he has to stay there. So he's not even home 5 days a week. He can't even enjoy their new home because he's helping her pay for it. Mind you, she could start being the breadwinner because, like I said, she's been on Married to Medicine for some years now. She could soften the blow and let Eugene take over and let Eugene live his soft life. Like, he shouldn't have to work as hard as he did in the beginning. They're come out of their financial distress a little bit, but she's working him to death, and I don't like it. I don't like it. The other part of that, now I don't know if this was, I think this was a sneak peek into the next episode where you see Eugene, they talk about the dynamic and what happened, what transpired at her party. And he apologizes that maybe he didn't take it serious of what that party meant to her. And okay, maybe he's taking accountability for maybe he shouldn't have tried to be funny with writing the doctor's notes for the men to get out of having to play the game. Okay. But he turns it around. He said, "And what did you do?" And she made it seem like she had to think about it, even though she knows what she did and she know how she did what she did was wrong. So she takes accountability for some part of it. I don't even think she took accountability fully. However, I don't like that Eugene feels like he has to walk on eggshells with his wife. And how long have y'all been married? How many kids do you have? And why do you feel like you need to still walk on eggshells with her? Honestly, I get it. He loves his wife to the utmost. I get that. And maybe you don't want to make her angry. I get that too. But wrong is wrong. You need to call her out on it. I feel like you need to call her out on it. I don't know. Is that me? Is it me? Do I think that by myself? I think Toya was so wrong in this episode. And Dr. Mimi and Dr. Heavenly wasn't doing anything but pointing out the obvious. Like, girl, what are you doing? Like, Why are you doing this? Regardless of what your reasonings are, we didn't need to be audience to it, and we didn't need to be a part of that. Call him in the house. Can I talk to you for a minute? This is what I'm planning on doing. I want to get together. I want everybody to get together. I want to play this game. Can you help me out? It was a way to do that. You know what I mean? He could have said his joke, and you were like, "Oh, that's funny. That's cute, honey. Can I talk to you for a minute?" Take him upstairs. Take him in another room and say, "This is what I want to do. Don't piss me off." He knows how she is. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he would have came down, and things would have went copacetic. Copacetic. Copacetic? Things would have went the way that she had planned. What do y'all think about that? What do you think about that whole situation? And this is not the first time that Toya has embarrassed Eugene, and Eugene has evidently allowed it. So this is their dynamic, and whatever works for them, that works for them. But I just did not like it. Was cringe to me. It was so cringe to me. Anyway, tell me what you think. Leave it down in the comments. Let's talk about it. Be blessed. Peace.